Storm Nation. We are back. We are at Westy's Garden Lanes, and we are here for the final round of the SYC Idaho event. I'm Blair Blumenscheid, and I'm joined by Liz Johnson. Liz, welcome back to the booth.
Thanks, Blair. It's great to be here.
All right, so we watched 10 games of bowling yesterday, 2 rounds.
Yeah.
What do you think of the awesome athletes that are out here?
There's so many great talent out there. A lot of different styles, and you see even seeing a lot of two-handers. A lot of two-handers out here. There's a couple female two-handers. It's just really exciting to watch.
Yeah, it's amazing, and we're gonna see some exciting bowlers in front of us this game. I'm gonna turn out the screen around, and you can watch some bowling. I'll run through some of the youth athletes we're gonna be watching. We have Donald Shaw will be up first on lane 13. We also have Mr. Brandon Rother, Joss Weems, Christopher Neff, Wyatt Hall, and Cooper Strand. That will be the featured pair, 13 and 14, and then you see off to the left also Trevor Ashby, and we'll share some of the bowlers on that pair as well as we're watching. The bowlers are attacking a long pattern this morning. Liz, I think you have it in front of you. What's the length of this pattern?
This is 45 feet, 24.6 mils. Little longer pattern, but a little less volume than on the medium and the short.
Yeah, it's skinny. It's a skinny pattern.
It's a skinny pattern.
Yeah, so this is what the youth bowlers are attacking right now. This is the fresh. They'll bowl 5 games today, and then we'll be able to name our champions for this year's Idaho event. I'm going to see if anyone has filled out their bios this morning. This is the test.
Oh, good shot by Wyatt. Just start the first game.
I think anyone. I'd want to start with a strike this morning. What about you?
Absolutely. Gives you maybe just some good thoughts in your head, and maybe loosen the swing up a little bit.
Absolutely. You see Mr. Joss Weems stepping up on 13. He is quite the explosive.
Look at that. Great shot.
Right?
Great
it's
shot
awesome.
to start, yes.
He's from Chicago, Illinois. He's bowled some SYCs before. He actually bowled his first 300 at the SYC, and he's really good at math. That's his favorite subject in school.
I like that.
Yeah, I think it's important in bowling, right?
Yes, it is. Math was one of my favorites, I think, in high school as well.
All right, let's see if Cooper filled out his bio. I don't see one, but I do have one for Donald when he comes back up. We can talk a little bit about him. We have a lot of first-time SYC athletes at this event. We also have a lot of local bowlers that have tried or tested themselves on some harder conditions in the SYC.
Mm-hmm. It's always good to see a lot of the new bowlers.
Absolutely.
There are, 40 or 50 this weekend?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it's tough out. And we talked a lot about it yesterday when Zach Germino was in the booth, because he and I both had the same kind of experience where we didn't grow up in the West.
Mm-hmm.
We moved to the West.
Mm-hmm.
And what you discover is the drive time is so much longer.
It is.
And so these youth athletes that may live out here, it's so far to travel to tournaments, and so sometimes they don't always get to see every tournament or have to make some decisions financially, like which ones you do attend. So it's really cool that these kids get to see an SYC, and we've heard that a lot from the parents.
Yeah, there's nothing but great feedback on the SYCs over the last couple years. I mean, nothing but great stuff.
Yeah, it's a great thing. Gary and Leanne came up with it. They'd spent a lot of time attending youth tournaments, and they felt like something might be missing, just building like a community.
Mm-hmm.
And so they started the SYC, and luckily our owners, Bill and Barbara Chrisman, are amazing, and they're always trying to give back within the industry and the sport. and especially to youth, they've always tried to take care of the kids in the sport of bowling. So they said yes, and now we are entering our 4th season. We started in 2017.
Maybe the
Fifth season.
fifth season.
Yeah, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it makes you that much more proud to be part of the Storm staff. You know, it's able to get back to them, and they're just a great company through and through.
Yeah. Yeah, you're definitely the Bowlers Company is a real thing.
Absolutely.
So we can't thank Bill and Barb enough. And they do attend events. They haven't attended as many since the pandemic, but if you ever see them, talk to them and say, Bill is still in the office a few days a week, and he comes in and he loves to talk about bowling and loves to talk about the pros. He watches everyone bowl. I mean, he's always watching the tours, and he has a Lucky shirt that he wears. Yeah. It's so cool.
They're such normal. They're just normal, very down to earth people that are just bowling fans and love people, and they're just awesome.
Yeah, it's great. And you're gonna come to Storm this week.
I am. I'll be there tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah. I get to drive to Utah tonight and come to Storm, and that's my second time to Storm. First time was I believe it was 2017.
Okay.
So this is my second time. Looking forward to that.
It's a pretty drive, although we might be doing it in part in the dark, but it's a really pretty drive back to Utah. So you'll enjoy it, I think. All right, let's talk about Mr. Donald Shaw. Donald this is his first SYC. He's from Post Falls, Idaho. His home bowling center is River City Lanes. His favorite pro bowler is Darren Tang. He loves to blow up the rack. He won the high school team state tournament as a 7th grader, and also rolled a sanctioned 300 at the age of 13.
Oh, nice little mixer.
Nice. He loves playing basketball as well, and he'd like to say hi to his boys back home, and I love this, his great-grandma.
Oh, that's sweet.
That's awesome. Yeah.
I always love it when they shout out to the parents and the grandparents.
Yeah. Yeah, parents and grandparents make this stuff happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's
where it all starts.
Yeah.
Right? The dedication. Yeah. Dedication of the parent, not just the bowlers, but the parents. That's where it all starts. And parents love their kids, and they love watching this.
Yeah, and I always joke with the parents when I'm wishing the kids good luck. I tell the parents good luck too, because they need just as much luck. It's a hard day for both the parent and the youth athlete.
I'm sure there's a lot of hair pulling out and stuff like that, and it's tough watching. It can be tough watching, right?
I feel like I need to go and give Joss like a pep talk right now. He is like, what is going on, man? Normally, Joss is full of energy, and he's like super. I don't know. He looks tired today, so we're gonna have to pump up Joss. I always like when the old bowlers, when we see them and we are watching, and they may look a little down.
Mm-hmm.
I like to remind them, hey, be positive, because they might watch it back and realize, oh man, that's a good thing, right? Like if you're not feeling totally positive, or your bowling may take a back seat for a minute.
Yeah. And it's only the 3rd frame, so we have a lot of frames to go.
Right.
And it's just could start out with a couple bad frames, but you can always bring it back.
Yeah. Sir Brandon stepping up he's on a strike, so he could get a double here. There are some opens this morning, though. This pattern might be.
There's a good shot by Josh.
There you go, Joss. Does Brandon get away with that one? Ah, no. All right.
That was a 6 pin.
Yeah. Ooh.
Nice little trip 4.
I like it.
Yeah. That looked like it was going to just kind of stay there, and it jumped a little high.
Yeah. Very nice spare coverage by Brandon Rother.
They're all playing right around, I guess, between 12 and 15.
Is that kind of where you probably would have started today?
Yeah, probably right around there
Yeah.
for myself. Just looking at the pattern here, and it's 45 feet, probably right there, and then probably migrate in a little bit.
Yeah.
And they're in the middle of the house too right now, so when they go towards the higher end of the house, it may not even have to move that much. The middle of the house usually tends to hook a little earlier, and then you get to the ends, it's a little tighter.
Yeah. Totally see that. Brandon just delivered a ridiculous strike. That was very confident and awesome. Off to the right, you also can see Mr. Ernesto Reynoso, who is he's gotten 2 medals this weekend. He just picked up the gold on the medium pattern. You can find the results from the tournament on bullmetrics.com. We will award long pattern medalists and then our overall medalists. And the overall gold medalist will also be our SYC champion. So exciting
good stuff. A lot of good stuff, right?
Yeah, they get a trophy, a banner. Pretty cool.
Pick up some cool stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, thinking about the little girl that hurt herself yesterday.
Yes.
She got the
I Am Bowling
scholarship award, so I guess her brother picked that up. So
yeah. So for everyone, that was Miss Stacy Ricks.
Mm-hmm.
She was on the live stream yesterday, and I've never seen anything like what happened. She dropped her ball, but it bounced incredibly high, and she just leaned down, and it just hit her in the mouth. And so this morning when she woke up, she's not feeling as great as she did yesterday. I think there was a little adrenaline working, and so she said that she's not going to bowl today, but yeah, she's going to go see a dentist tomorrow. And it's just, again, it's crazy. Like, you never expect things like that. It was like, I was talking to her mom again today. I'm like, it was just a freak accident. Like, she did nothing wrong.
Right.
I mean, she had her score sheet in her hand, but she had the bowling ball, and it just fell out of her arms, and she went to grab it. And so she picked up the I Am Bowling scholarship. Also, Trevor Ashby, who you see off to the left, he gets it too. We try to look for bowlers that, you know, maybe they're not going to win the tournament, but they're showing good sportsmanship, or they overcame something in the tournament, or they're overcoming something in life. And
she had her high game yesterday too.
She did. Yeah, she came back. She didn't bowl the end of the first block. You know how no one argued with that.
Right.
And then the second block she came back, she bowled all 5 games, and she had her highest game ever.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So, and she's local to here, and she has 2 older brothers, and just the beginning of her little bowling career. So.
Yeah, we just wish her well.
100%.
Sure she's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Scary stuff. Yeah, luckily, it just so happened that, you know, we're in a smaller house, but literally Josh, who's the bowling center manager, he was right here.
Right.
Leanne was in the booth, and I was right there. So we all were like, we all saw it, and we just were like right place, right time, because you'd hate for her to not have anyone around.
I was in the building. I was walking by. I was probably in the back, and I heard a ball bounce. I literally heard it bounce and didn't know what happened. And then
then you heard,
poor thing.
Yeah, because you hear that from time to time. I mean, balls fall off the rack, balls fall off a chair. You don't want it to happen, but
no. They fall on your feet. And your toes. And not fun.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah.
So anyway, so yeah, another eventful SYC.
Yes.
Mr. Joss is here. He is
for a triple. That was a really good shot.
Really good shot. You know, Joss Weems is also part of our evolution staff. He has been in our evolution program since it began. The Evolution program's completely free. Any youth player all over the world, we have some international athletes that have actually joined, can join. And all we do every month is send out a free email with tons of videos and lessons that you can learn on demand. So you just watch some videos from our players. They share some tips. Every month has a theme. We're coming up on September, and the theme is college bowling. So we're going to get some advice from college coaches on the recruitment process and some advice from players who bowled in college, like their experiences. But all you have to do is go on the Storm Bowling website, and there's an Evolution page, and join, and you'll get your monthly email. And,
Very nice.
And then there's a little monthly assignment that you'll do, and the youth athletes that are really active and active in their communities and active in the sport, we evaluate those every year, and then we have a little Evolution team that are kind of ambassadors at the youth level, because there's so many youth bowling opportunities and events, and sometimes you just need a peer to navigate that whole world.
Yeah.
So it's insane. I can't believe how many opportunities are out there for kids nowadays.
Yes. They can start with scholarships. I mean, 9, 10, 11 years old. It's
Right.
pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's like a little mini bank account that
Yeah.
they just they can't access, which is great because everyone spends money.
Or slush fund that I can't touch.
Yeah, it's great. And we've had our friends Cameron and Kirsten Foster from William Penn University here this weekend. They've been talking to some youth athletes, and I think it's really meaningful because Cam and Kirsten used to live in Utah, so they can talk to these kids and understand the bowling environments that they're coming from, and share with them what it feels like to move and relocate, and they would support them in that journey. So I think it's pretty cool that they're here with us.
That's awesome. Yeah, I wish I had that. I started traveling probably when I was like a senior in high school, and started getting scholarship money that year. I was 17.
Yeah.
I kind of wish I had more of that back then, but a lot of things changed.
Yeah. Well,
It's great what they have now.
I was talking to a youth athlete about that this week, because it's like one of my friends, she bowled in college, but it wasn't until, we traveled a little bit when we were kids, but nothing like crazy. Like we would stay in Ohio and Michigan kind of, and then wherever junior gold was, we would travel to that. But it wasn't until college bowling, and then when she went out the first year on the PWBA tour, that she really traveled. Like you really do that traveling.
Right.
And you really feel like, the flight might be delayed, or your hotel room might not be the best that week, or, that
One
kind
of
of
those
stuff.
uncontrollable things,
Right,
right?
exactly, the uncontrollable that Jazz talks about.
Right.
And she realized when she was bowling the tour that she didn't enjoy traveling, and she didn't want to do it anymore. And I think what's amazing is kids get to experience all of that right now.
Right.
And they get to master it at such a young age, and they just expect it. And they know how to deal with a delayed flight. Or like Joss last weekend, he was in Delaware with us, and he was bowling the U.S. National Junior Team Challenge, and there was a breakdown in the bowling center, uncontrollable, right? So the finals went longer than they should have. His family had to make the decision of whether he leaves his team or they miss their flight. They decided, we're just going to miss the flight, because they had a really good look and they were kind of going for the win. They ended up winning the team challenge, but he couldn't leave the area until Tuesday because of the flight delays and the cancellation. So in the under 15 division, he's already experienced what it feels like to, man, I have to reschedule my flight because I'm making the finals.
Right.
Like it's just
sacrifices. Yeah, it's like, do you want to go to the next site, or do you want to worry about winning your tournament?
right. Yeah. So, and that's just stuff that you can't. The only way you can learn that is to do it.
Yeah.
So.
And even when you're traveling and you get to that destination and you don't have your bags, you don't have your clothes or your bowling balls. And my only advice, just in case if you're traveling, when you have your backpack, always bring like an outfit.
Yeah.
Because you never know.
Right. Yeah.
Did that once or twice.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think we try to teach the kids in the seminar shoes and thumbs, right? Always have
bring your
shoes and thumbs. Do not pack that. Like, because pretty much you can make things work. You can maybe drill a ball.
You can drill a ball, but you can't get new shoes or whatever you have. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You don't want to go shopping for clothes.
Yeah.
You can't get jerseys made right away if you have to have a jersey with your name. So, it's the little things, and you've kind of grown to little tidbits that you learn as you travel and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then it becomes a routine, and I think it's just these kids develop everything so much earlier now. So
they grow up a lot quicker these days, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. Plus, they have the advantages of you see a lot of Darren Tangs and Brad and Kyle and Danielle McEwen on the lists, and these kids are watching them on YouTube and social media, right? So they're learning from the players, and I think that's such a huge. It's something else that the sport has added. So
social media has definitely helped in a lot of ways with getting the youth, growing the youth more.
Yeah, they can just watch it and feel like they know the players,
right?
Which is pretty cool. Oh, that was a good attempt.
Good effort
on lane 12.
Way to get his count. Way to get the count on the strike.
Totally. Yeah. He listened in the seminar. Nice shot by Mr. Cooper.
Oh man, that was a bad break. Oh. Thought that was going to hit it.
Me too, and I was going to put up my strike alert. Dang, because that would have been a turkey for Mr. Brandon.
Yeah.
Could have been. Should have been. I'll put my strike alert up for Donald. Donald, who his great-grandma is watching. Hello, Ivy. Nice little strike alert. Brought to you by Blake and Adam.
Aren't they cute?
Liz, you're getting some hellos in the comments.
Hello to Monique.
Monique, yep. She's watching from the Bahamas, it looks like.
Oh, man.
I want to be in the Bahamas.
Me too.
Hosan can't believe it's only the second time you're going to be at Storm HQ.
It is true, Hosan. It's only my second time.
Well, you do kind of travel a lot, so we have to sneak you out. But we are planning. We might even get you out there in January. We were talking to you last night about the Utah Open.
Yeah, I would love to come out there. I don't have any plans right now.
Yeah, be fun. Yeah, be fun to get you to bowl it. It's a good tournament.
Just no skiing.
Yeah, we won't take you skiing. Some of the youth bowlers actually come and bowl the Utah Open because you can get smart money through it. So it's a very challenging pattern, and they can come out and bowl a route or a squad or two.
You know what? I think that anything and everything and anything as a young adult, if you can bowl something, do it because it just gives you more experience and it's almost like not just a physical practice but a mental practice as well.
Yeah. Spare shooting.
Is very important.
And I think that these kids know it, and certainly you can speak on it, but that you really discover what you need to work on it the harder patterns, not on the house shots.
Yeah. The harder the shot, usually that's where the spares are that much more important because sometimes hitting the 1-3 or the 1-2, whichever hand, hitting that and making your spares, getting those makeable spares and picking those up are very key.
Totally. Could have been 4 in a row for Brandon had that messenger not been ridiculous.
That was a tough shot. Maybe you can get another one here for 200. Donald shot up in the 10th. Looks like a good shot. Oh, kicks out that 10 pin. Great shot.
Very nice. Yeah, so I'm going to need your help with scores because I left my
Okay.
glasses in the room. So
Yep.
I actually can't
Yep.
read it.
Brandon can go out for, if he gets another one here, he can go out for 200, 205. It was a good shot, good plus shot.
Really
He
nice.
can go out for 205.
Donald has a great game going, too. I can
Donald-
tell that.
Yeah, Donald working on a triple. He can go out for 222 if he gets another one here. Or can put him in the 220s. Right now in the 2 teens. Just a little wide.
It's really kind of the first errant shot he's had this game.
Yeah, just a little wide right.
Yeah.
You get that on the longer pattern. If you get it a little out there, a little wide, it's may not be coming back. Hopefully just go for the count here because it's early and it's a fill ball.
Yeah.
That would be a wise move, hopefully.
Go for count. Hear that, Brandon?
Go for count on the fill ball.
We're wishing you the count.
205 for Brandon.
Very nice.
Good finish.
I meant Donald, not Brandon. Yeah. All right, he
Good
went
three.
for count. Yeah.
207. 207 for Donald.
This is great scores to start.
Yeah.
The long pattern usually plays a little, it's a little higher scoring.
Wow, that was a good shot. Good shot by Wyatt.
Oh, that is not what Josh wanted to see. Are you going to go for count on this, or are you going to go for it?
On a strike, I would personally try to go for count, but make it close.
Yeah, right? Go
probably,
for it,
probably
but
go
cover
for
the
count would be the wisest.
Yeah. Looks like we got two. Well, we
Well,
got
two.
two.
He still got two. He got the hard two.
Yeah.
Got the 6-7.
So we have another Shaw fan watching. Donald shot 207. So he's off to a great start. He will move 2 pair to the right. And we will have some new youth players coming this way, but I'm sure he appreciates all the support from home. If you are watching a youth bowler, feel free to shout him out in the chat. Throughout the block, we do see a good number of the players since it is a smaller house. We only have 40 lanes.
Mm-hmm.
So you will get to see a good percentage of the players. And we keep it stationary so that throughout the weekend you pretty much get to see everybody at least once. Sometimes we might miss a pair here and there, but we do try to show as many bowlers as we can.
I see a lot of the kids that really like try to pick each other up too.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like they're, in for themselves.
No.
See a lot of the when the kids were getting their medals and everything. There's a lot of applause and it's really nice to see that.
Yeah, we've noticed that a lot at the SYC and at other youth tournaments. Just the community and some, not to disrespect any other sport, but we've heard
Right.
youth players come from other sports and they'll tell us that that's what they love most about bowling. And you
Right.
have that at every level. You have a community that you depend on in bowling, and it's just, you develop it at such a young age, so it's really awesome.
Yeah, the bowling community's always been very special. Special to me as well.
Yeah, so our featured pair has wrapped up. I am going to keep the camera going, but I think we are going to take a break because we're going to get ready for the next game, but I want to show the players that are still bowling. Liz, I think we'll have you back in later this block, but I'd like, we should go and meet some families, and I think Coach Jazz now is going to come back into the booth and commentate the next game. So stick around. We'll be right back. I'm gonna go find my glasses.
Oh yeah, you might
I
need
need
those.
those.
You might
Yeah.
need those.
All right. We'll All right, we are back. I found my glasses, and I found Coach Jazz now.
Hi,
Hi,
Blair.
Coach Jazz.
How's it going?
Well, now that I can see, it's going way better.
Well, that's good.
The first game was a bit of a struggle. So you've been walking around,
I have been.
checking out some bowlers.
And I've seen some good scores already.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know what's been happening down here. But up on the high end, I saw a 278. I saw a 269. Pretty good games.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
278 and 269 game one.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Yep.
Well, I expect to see some good scores here. We
hope
have
so.
Benjamin Herman, Zachary Hall, Tate Freeman, wait, this is not right.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay. Yep. Benjamin Herman, Zachary Hall, Tate Freeman, Joseph Golo, Joshua Herman, and Jesse Harlow.
Nice.
That's who we're watching.
And I assume what you saw game one down here, what I saw is because of the longer pattern, angles are just more in front of the kids today.
Yes.
Keeping it
Yep.
more aligned.
Yep. Looks like in that 12 to 15 area, everyone's trying to keep it close.
Yep.
And, yeah. Yeah, and we had a couple of 2-0s, but nothing crazy. We didn't have
Right.
any 260s.
Well, I think that was in the U18 group up there.
Oh,
also,
okay, gotcha.
so.
There's Mr. Joseph. Let's see if we have some bios for these youth athletes.
We're here on the pair to the left, lane 11. I know you don't see him on the approach, but we have Colin Bagaro. And he's finishing pretty strong here. He's on a 5-bagger. It's his second shot in the 10th. Let's see if he can make this a 6-pack.
Pretty nice.
Shots on the way. 4-pit.
You
Still a
jinxed
good
it.
finish, though.
That was awesome.
220 this game.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that pair's a little behind. I'm not sure. Just a little slow. It's okay. It's Sunday morning.
It is. Hope everybody out there had a good National Bowling Day yesterday.
Absolutely. I don't have any of the bowlers on this pair. Have not filled out their bios. I'm calling y'all out.
Well, can we make stuff up then?
Well, I mean, we're gonna have to. I've got nothing. I got nobody. I can't talk about anybody.
Well,
No, wait. We
you
might
have one?
have. Nope.
Okay, well, we're going to have to let their bowling do the talking then.
That works for me. I just like sometimes they give some funny shout outs to
Yeah.
people at home. Usually we'll get a dog or
nice
two.
spare there, the baby split by Joshua.
Really nice pair. So we put the long pattern up earlier. I'll throw it up again for bowlers at home to take a look at. Very
That's,
long pattern.
45 feet. 24.6 mils. That's a little bit lighter volume for a longer pattern, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier. Liz said it looked like a longer pattern, lighter volume.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But
So longer pattern, but still some ball motion. Nice shot there by Tate. Gets that 9-pin to carry.
nice shot by Jesse.
Yep. I think as we see the bowling today, we'll see the sense of a little bit of hold maybe, but not quite a lot of swing area yet. I think as the lanes break down, we might see a little bit of both. So I wouldn't be surprised if this pattern might be the highest scoring one.
I usually it is. I'm feeling very Halloween-esque right now at the ball return. Zach Hall's jersey has it on it. And then Benjamin Herman, I talked about yesterday. This jersey reminds me of Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Now I want to watch that movie. I love Beetlejuice.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
hard
I
to
said it twice.
Yeah.
Don't say it 3 times.
Don't. He'll show up. Oh, nice break there. Excellent. That was a good looking jersey, the purple stripes.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
What is the high game of the tournament so far, Blair? Do you know?
No. I can
Yeah,
make it up, but let me try to look.
Well,
Hold
like
on.
I said, I know the first game today I saw 278. It might have been 279, but I thought it was 278 and a 269. I know yesterday I did see a 260 game.
Dimitri Richardson had a great game yesterday. I'm trying to pull up his.
Great shot there. Nice pickup on the washout there with Zachary. Excellent.
Sometimes our friend Bull Metrics, I don't know, sometimes he watches and he'll give us some fun stats, but where's the stats category? Okay, so averages by game, block, this is all the averages, but I want. Hang tight, friends.
Okay, we have Blair on it.
I got you. Let's start with being in the correct year, because right now I'm in 2021 Kansas. So that is probably not.
That would not be helpful.
I don't think so. Okay, here we go. So we had a 268 was the high game on short.
Okay.
That was by Luke Brown.
Very nice. Utah bowler.
On medium, this is just the U18 boys. 269, Aiden Piet.
And
That was in the medium.
The local, the hometown favorite, right?
He is, yeah. He is local. He bowls at KT's Lane in Emmett, Idaho.
It's so cool because during the medal ceremonies, when they announce his name,
it goes wild.
it's like they announced like the Rolling Stones were coming on stage or something.
Right? Yeah,
He
it's
is
awesome.
like a local rock star, judging by the crowd noise.
Yeah, so that first game, the bowler that bowled 276 was Manny Farrell.
Yep.
And then
Utah bowler.
Nihal was 269. So those two games are kind of the high games of the tournament.
So and what did Manny have? 278?
276.
276. So we believe that's the high game of the tournament so far.
Yeah, I think it is. I'm just checking the
What
girls.
do you think, Blair? Do you think there will be a higher game today than that?
Oh, damn, it could be. We could have a 300. You never know.
That would be exciting. Hopefully it's on the live stream pair. That'd be even better.
Yeah, so Sapphire No Fuente, on the girls' side, Sapphire shot 269 on the medium pattern.
Nice.
And that's the highest game I see for the girls. Unless there's, let me just double check the.
No surprise she medaled in that event. Though,
yeah, right?
Medium, on that pattern.
She has 2 medals so far, so she's doing great. Yeah, I think that is our high game for the girls. So.
Okay. Nice shot there again on the right lane by Tate. He's liking that right lane a little bit better than the left lane, it looks like. On lane 15, just to the right of our feature pair here, we have Harry Davis. He is on the front 3, going for 4-bagger to start out the game.
Were you in the booth yesterday when we were talking about Harry? I don't think you were. Harry competes in American Ninja Warrior competition.
Really? That's so cool.
Yeah, so he's the bowling ninja is his nickname. Yeah.
Excellent. He must have some good moves after strike.
Right?
Some good ninja moves.
Yeah, good agility. I mean, how good is that for your whole
yeah.
That's a good workout.
I'd love to see him do like a backflip or something on the approach after a strike.
That'd be funny.
Nice spare.
Nice spare by Bowling Ninja.
Yeah, that 258 could be a tricky one.
Yeah. Jesse got that a little left, but he gets away with it, just leaving the sleeper. Not that that's the easiest spare in the world to pick up.
Joseph here shooting a washout on lane 14. Let's see if we can pick this one up. Little right. Yeah. And on this long pattern, that's not going to recover.
Yeah. I don't think I'd like bowling on this long pattern.
No?
I don't think so. Would you like it?
I tend to like a little bit more friction.
Okay. Yeah.
Although I do like keeping my ankles a little bit more closed also. So I don't know.
I mean, I'd be up for the challenge.
Yeah.
Because Coach Jazz is sitting in the booth with me, so I don't want to have a bad mindset going into the tournament, right?
Exactly.
See, I listened in your seminar.
That's good.
I learned. Trying to get some medalist photos done
Okay.
currently. Get them posted so everyone at home can see how awesome our youth athletes did. Man, they are flying through the long pattern today.
They are. I was almost late into the booth.
You almost, you say. I mean, I was late because I couldn't find my glasses.
Oh, I was almost late because I kept talking to people.
That's okay. That's what you're supposed to do.
Exactly.
That's what I see.
Correct. A lot of great parents here for support of their kids.
Yeah, and we love, meeting new families. Yeah. I met a few yesterday, and I appreciate everyone that's come up and, ask some questions.
It's kind of cool for me, too, because I work with a lot of these kids in their own home cities.
Oh, yeah.
So it's kind of funny for me to see a bunch of different kids and parents that I work with all in one place that I'm not used to seeing that.
Yeah. Hello to everyone watching at home in the chat. Nice to see you all this morning. I see Micah Jensen's watching. Mel Sim, hello. Zach Hall's jersey is scary. It's creeping me out. Have you ever seen the movie It?
I have.
Have you seen the new movie It or the old movie?
I haven't.
Okay.
The old one.
Yeah.
But
I've never seen either of them.
That is a cool jersey. I like it.
Yeah. Drew Parkin is in. Drew, we have seen some youth bowlers this week that bowl at your bowling center. So thank you for supporting youth bowling. You guys do a great job. Missy and Drew awesome for the game. They're so supportive.
Yep. That was a great shot there by Benjamin. Real nice.
Kendall Evans says that his little brother's bowling on 15 and 16. Hi, Kendall.
Sweet.
Thanks for watching your brother bowl.
Who's his brother?
I'm not sure. He didn't say, but do we have an... Here, let me look at the sheet and see if we have an Evans. Game 2. Matthew Evans, I bet. Matthew. Okay. Got a shout out for Riley from Grandma at home. Hello.
Nice 10-pin pick up there.
Very nice.
So Blair, do we have a idea on? Now, obviously today is 5 games on long.
Yes.
And that's a medal round. There's also the Never Give Up Scholarship Award.
Yes, that.
For the high last block.
Yes.
And that's always, I love that award.
Me too. I think it's great. That was Leanne's idea, and she worked with PBA Junior to make it happen, and I think it's awesome.
But do we have a kind of running total on overall for the total?
Number of scholarship?
No, for the running total for the 15-game total for this.
Oh, yeah.
Boise
I can run
SYC.
that through. Yeah, totally. We can
So
go.
Do we have an 11-game update?
I just try to make sure that it looks like most of the scores are in, because sometimes I can get tricked, but it looks like everybody's pretty solidly in this.
Okay.
Because sometimes if you're looking at the end of a block, it's not really true.
Right.
Okay, so
take what we're going to say with a grain of salt here.
Yes.
But we're going to try to keep you updated on standings as we go throughout the day.
Totally. So Trevor Mason in the U12 mixed division. Now we have the boys and girls are mixed at this tournament. He has a pretty substantial lead over Jake Solly.
And when you say pretty substantial, how many pins?
So Trevor Mason he's minus 237 and Jake is minus 389.
Okay, so over 100 pins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So pretty solid in there.
Okay.
Then
That's
we
the
have
U12.
U15 boys. This one's a little closer. It's about 20 pins.
That's pretty close.
Yeah, Ernesto Reynoso has and who he's above. Anything could happen.
Yeah.
Dohan Kwan is second currently, and so that's 20 pins between them. And then Brady McDonough, Brady's the Storm Bowl in Science kid. He's only 30 pins back.
Wow, so that's close.
Yeah.
And those guys have been killing it this weekend.
Right. And so here's an update for anyone that was watching game one. Joss Weems is actually in 4th overall. And he was just bowling on 13 and 14. And I said that I'm like, it doesn't look like Joss's normal energy. And I don't know what's going on. And I went and talked to his dad because I was like, hey, what's going on with Joss? Like, that's the least amount of energy and excitement I've ever seen. And his dad told me, hey, he's not feeling great.
Oh.
So, and actually Jerry gave him the option, like, do you want to bowl through it or do you want to just kind of not? Because he's really sick. Like, he was sick this morning. And so, but, you saw him on the live stream, and honestly, I didn't even know he was sick.
Right.
Other than him not having his normal.
Did he bowl a decent game?
Yeah, he bowled. I can't remember. He had an open in the 10th, but I still think it was 170, 180. Oh, I could look at what it is, but anyway.
Well, let's hope he feels better and keeps going.
Because he's really, he's still in it too.
Yep.
So he's plus 12, and so he could make it up to 3rd, I think.
So that's a close race to the U15. What about the U15 girls? What's that?
All right, so we have Lindsay Grime. She is very securely sitting in 1st overall. She's plus 72. But Brianna Archibald, she's minus 170, but she could have a couple big games
so
and make that a little closer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go. How about U18 girls?
All right, U18 girls. Let's see what we got. Kaylin Abagania has about 100 pins, a little less than that, 80 pins over Sapphire Nofuente right now.
And I think they both bowled a decent game one. I was down there on the high end where they were.
Sure. And then in the U18 boys division, Aiden Piet is leading currently, and he's about 20, 30 pins ahead of Dimitri Richardson.
Okay. So we've got some close things going on there.
We do, yeah. Especially the boys divisions. Those ones look really close.
Yeah.
And it's not even just 1st and 2nd. It's 1st, 2nd, 3rd.
Right.
So yeah. So
and there's going to be big swings. Somebody shoots 240 and the next guy shoots 180. That's 60 pins in one game.
That's right. Yeah. And for those who are watching for the first time, we don't do match play at the SYC. So it's 15 pin for 15 games total pin pool.
And they can look up the standings on bowlmetrics.com.
Yes, bowlmetrics.com is our official scorer of the SYC. Ted Fossum is a great sponsor of the SYC. Bowlmetrics has been with us since 2018, I believe. 2018 or 2019.
And Kendall, here's your brother up on lane 15 right now. Oh, good shot, 4-pin.
Yeah, so we have a question about the pattern. I'll put it up again. It's 45 feet, right?
Yep.
That is the shape of the pattern. Tall and skinny.
So the very middle is still a little bit flat. This is a outside middle ratio is about 4-1.
There's your official technical information. I'm just going with tall and skinny. There you go.
So just as a reference, most house shots are about a 12-1 ratio.
There you go. Yeah.
So this is way, way tougher than your typical house shot. True sport shots at 3-1 ratio or less. Good shot by Joseph. Did he carry that? 7-pin.
Was a really good shot, though.
Yep.
We have our friend Oliver James on 12 who just made that spare. He's wearing the Valor versus Big C jersey.
Excellent.
BVBC is our chosen charity at the SYC, and $10 of every entry goes back to Valor versus the Big C, which is a great charity that supports neck and throat cancer. Our good friends Dell and Carolyn Ballard, who happen to be both Hall of Famers.
Yes.
they created this charity. Dell actually suffered from throat cancer, and is still feeling some of the effects of it.
Yeah.
And it's really great to see that the money going to a charity and really going to help people
Right.
every day. I mean, that
Yep.
money really does support families right now
Right
that are
now,
going
yeah.
through it.
All right, Joshua up here on lane 13, having a pretty decent game. Let's see if we can finish it out strong.
Throwing the gem.
Yeah, just a little bit in. Now this is a kind of a tricky pattern because you know you can't miss it too far right, so the tendency is to kind of try to jam it in there, and then it goes a little bit high.
Malcolm is watching Duke Knudsen up on lane 11. Duke's having a great game. Spare, turkey spare.
Nice.
And let's see what this one is.
Nice
Another
off
strike.
chin. Nice. He's a little bit deeper. The higher rev guys, I did see Manny Farrell the first game. He was between third and fourth arrow. He's a two-hander. Ooh, that was a nice shot there on lane 12.
See, my strike alert is coming into play. Matt Curran. He actually is our current 2022 SYC Vegas champion this year.
Excellent.
He got his first SYC trophy and banner. His banner's up. I don't know where
cool.
it is, but it's hanging somewhere. All right, Blake and Adam, you did your work today. Strike alert's down for the minute. It might go back up though. Ethan on lane 12. That was a little far
So
to the
with
right.
the Blake and Adam strike alert, is there any way to put a sound to that and have an Adam bark when you pull that up?
Yes, I can make that happen. Because do you see
know-
right here on my screen, I can add sound effects, and I think I can record one.
I have to be careful what I ask Blair to do because she's like, yes, I can do that.
I know. You can see it light up in my
So-
eyes, right?
So you might see a lot of kind of silly, stupid stuff happening
You
in the near
know,
future.
listen, the clean frame alert is coming.
Yes,
In
I
Wichita.
like that.
That
With
one
Liz
is
Johnson.
that one is going to happen in September. So anyone that's bowling the SYC Kansas, be ready for the clean game alerts. I think I'm going to develop additional strike alerts
Like it.
in my free time. I joke, free time.
Yeah.
All right. What do we got going on? We're heading into the 10th frame already, Jazz.
Wow, they are flying today.
I know.
Wow.
This pair especially. I'm not sure if it's just like
Yeah.
they're striking a lot.
Carry that, Brooklyn.
Nice coverage by Benjamin. That's a tricky spare.
Yeah, it is. Oh, man. Those
That's not what
small,
Joshua
small
wanted.
pins are hard to get.
They are.
Those skinny pins.
Yeah. I think it moved. I think it jumped out of the way. All right. Benjamin will finish with a 156. I'm not sure that's what he wanted to do, but he really had a lot of splits in that
Yeah.
game. He tried to pick it up or make up for them, but he just ran out of frames, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, this line street pair, there's a little bit of struggles this game on this pair.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not maybe
Oh, nice
transitioning
carry there on
quickly.
lane 12.
I see some of the players still kind of
Duke.
playing to the right or maybe trying to point at the head pin, and I think maybe they're already could move because it's a lower volume.
Yep.
So I think transition's happening a little quicker than maybe we're moving.
Great strike there by the bowling ninja there on lane 15.
All right, and we have Zach covering that spare in that it jersey. Creeping me out, I'm telling you. Those balloons. Like, you literally see the clown looking at me right now.
I
He's
know.
looking at me.
You might have nightmares tonight, Blair.
You know who would love this jersey, and I don't think she's watching right now, but sometimes she does watch, is Tennille Milligan.
Ah,
Tennille loves Halloween and
Yeah,
all
she
that
does.
stuff. I should take a picture of Zach's jersey and send it to her.
Yeah, she would like that.
Yeah. Shout out to Tennille Milligan, who works at the USBC in the rules department.
And the tournament director for the PWBA,
I don't
correct?
think she is anymore.
Oh,
I think she moved over to rules this year.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I'm
She
out of the loop.
was. She was. And she's a great bowler, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
PWBA champion,
Major
Hall of
champion.
Famer. Yeah. She's awesome. And a good person.
Yeah.
I like Tennille. Tennille, recently, I had a little issue with, well, it wasn't an issue. I make issues sound like crazy, but Tennille now works with, we're at a youth tournament. Everyone who works with tournaments now has to be RVP and Safe Sport, right?
Right.
So my Safe Sport was expiring, and when I went in my account, the button wasn't appearing, and so I called her, and she had it fixed in 5 minutes.
Nice.
So if
Yep.
you are a tournament operator and you have any issues at all with Safe Sport or RVP, always just reach out to the USBC and they'll take care of it. Or if you have any questions, because I know there's so many things that you have to do now to work
Right.
with youth bowlers and work on youth tournaments. So
We
they
have
had
Tate
some good
Freeman up
resources.
here on lane 13, finishing off this pair in the 10th frame. Almost got up the hill, not quite. We'll take a 2-pin. And spare this out. Shoot 174 this game with a strike on the field line.
Yeah. So I'm liking Malcolm Jacobson's comment here. I'm gonna read it.
Okay.
So he says, "Thank you guys for keeping these tournaments alive. I used to bowl them as a youth. I remember Malcolm bowling, and they're some of the best experiences, inexpensive, instructive, and arsenal building. What more can you ask for?" Well,
Nice.
thank you, Malcolm.
Yeah, thanks, Malcolm.
And hopefully you're still bowling and bowling some tournaments.
I wonder if Malcolm was at the first one ever that I was at.
He might have been. I
In
remember
Reno,
him bowling.
2017.
Yeah. That was the very, very first tournament.
Yep.
That was a great one. I remember not knowing at all what to expect, but just going, and
It was awesome.
it was awesome. Yeah. He says he was at the first one in
Great.
Reno. Yeah.
Excellent. Cool.
All right, looks like we're going to have no wait at all. Jazz,
Yeah.
are you good to live
Sure.
stream another game? Cool. Saves me
I'm
from...
here.
All right. I
Had a
might...
great weekend so far. This is, like I said, I haven't been to an SYC in 5 years, so I'm enjoying this. I also got a couple cool pictures this week. A couple of my favorites. One was with Blake and Adam. How can you not like taking a picture with those two? But
I
another
took a
one
picture with Blake and Adam,
was
too.
I got my picture taken with Leanne Halzenberg and Liz Johnson.
That is a very impressive photo. That's a lot of titles in one photo.
That is. And I posted that on my Facebook page, and I kind of joked that there are 54 national pro titles in this picture. And Leanne and Liz are so lucky that I was in that picture. That number would have plummeted to 53.
That's awesome. I'm going to show you what else I got this weekend. Look, I got a Blake the Bowling Doodle autograph. I'm going to hang it at my desk.
I believe that's called a pawnograph.
Oh, you're right. Pawgraph. It's like, I hate to say this because Liz Johnson is in the building,
Right.
but this is my favorite autograph of all time. I mean, legitimately, like, I'm going to hang it right next to my computer. How can you not
That's
be
awesome.
happy with a little paw print? I'm telling you. It's the little things in life, people.
All right, we have a new pairing here on lane
We
13
do?
and 14. And up on the right lane is Dimitri. And, you know, I get lucky. I get to award the medals after each round. And I've put 2 medals on his next already this week.
Dimitri isn't now.
I think,
He
right?
was in second overall going into this game.
Okay.
So
There's
and
a nice
Mac,
strike.
who we were talking about, Malcolm Jacobson, is cheering on Mac, and he's
Yeah.
bowling up on lane 11. You'll see
Excellent.
him in a minute. He was in third. So we're gonna see
That's
some of
great.
the players that are really chasing this title.
Can you look up the this Mac Reese yesterday? I know he started off good yesterday. He had 240, 230. And I was thinking he may be on the medal stand, but
He's-
he was not.
he's
So
in-
he had to be up there from the medium pattern by itself.
He's in 8th overall. I will look up how he did on medium. He was 4th.
Fourth. I knew
He
he had a
was-
good round yesterday.
Yeah, he was just off the medal stand. It looks like You know what? He had 247, 237, 20, and then 185, 191. So he just lost.
Yep.
He must have lost a little carry.
Yep.
But Mac is Mac's a great young man.
Yes, he is.
I like
He's
Mac.
from Spokane. I get to work with him when I'm up in that area. I'll be up there again in November this year. See him up there.
He cheers on other players, and
Yeah.
I love that.
I do too.
love when other players are supporting.
Well, let's see what he has on the right lane here. Mac Reese, lane 14. First frame of game 3 of the long pattern. That's the way it started out. Excellent shot.
Good job, Mac. I didn't have a doubt.
Aha. We'll take some lucky carry any day of the week for Nathan there in lane 13. And that's the way you react to maybe not your favorite shot, but a good break. You focus on the good break. Don't get all mad that you made a bad shot.
No way.
We have our bowling ninja on lane 15 finish up his game.
Get to
looks like,
203.
Yeah.
If he strikes.
Well, no, he has 203. If he strikes, he'll
Oh,
have
you're right.
213.
Yep. I
Not a
can't
bad
even blame
game.
my glasses that time. That was just
There
an
you
error.
go.
213.
Yep. Of course, the field ball strikes after not carrying the first shot in the 10th. Happens a lot.
That's a
Ring
good
10
shot.
there for Dimitri.
Yeah.
Nice shot. Bad break for Tristan. A little high. Doesn't get the carry.
Did we walk through who's on this pair? I think I'm slacking. I
Yeah,
was
you
looking
are
up
slacking
score.
a little bit. I brought up a
Jeez.
couple names there, but
Sunday morning, man. You guys, I'm sorry. All right. We are watching. I'm just going to run through the whole pair. Tristan Rogers, Devin Remington, Nathan Scott, Dimitri Richardson, Colin Richens, and Mac Reese.
okay.
That is who we are watching.
13 and 14. Lanes 11 12 are finishing up their 10th frame. Just saw a nice strike there on the lane 12 by Mac. Great shot there in lane 13. That was a nice one by Colin for double to start off the game. Good shot there on lane 14. Will they carry that 9-pin? No,
Oh, jeez.
denied.
Man. Wonder if we have a. I'd like to know more about Mac Reese. I'm becoming a big Mac Reese fan.
Well, how can you not be?
I don't know.
He's on lane 13 right now.
Ooh, look, I have a bio. Let's go. But it's a little old. It's one of he's bowled a few SYCs, but I'm gonna read it anyway.
Great shot. Starts off the game with a double.
So Mac is 14. I don't know if he's had a birthday since February, but if he has, he's 15. He is from Spokane, Washington. He bowls at Lilac Lanes and North Bowl. His favorite pro bowler is Darren Tang.
Nice.
He enjoys the science behind ball reaction the most about bowling.
Interesting.
And the favorite bowling achievement. I just love going to SYCs.
Oh,
Mac, we just love having you come to SYCs. I love that. And his coach is Andrew Groves.
Yep.
He has been playing the violin for a long time, and he also loves playing ping pong with his dad and listening to music. Okay, I now have a question for Mac Reese. Here's my question, and I will ask this in real life too, but if I don't see you before you leave, Mac, if you play ping pong, do you play pickleball? Because pickleball is a combination of ping
it's
pong
oversized
and
ping
tennis.
pong, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yep.
I want to know.
So just off to the left on lane 11, we saw a great messenger there by Duke. And he's having a good game. He
Great
strikes
game.
on the field ball, he'll shoot 245.
And, oh, that's Ethan. Ethan almost got away with the shot on 12. That was a good one. I'm going to look and see if we have any other bios. Let's see. Doesn't look like I have a Dimitri one. And Duke gets 9, 244. Great game.
Nice game.
Okay, guess what? I have a Tristan Rogers bio when he comes back up, and
Excellent.
he has some fans in the chat. Patty Farrell's watching. You got this, Tristan.
Dimitri on lane 14. Great shot. There's a strike. Ring 10 cost him opening with a 3-bagger. But strikes, fair strikes, not a bad way to start either.
That would have been a cool pickup for Devin.
That would have been
I was kind of rooting
a little
for it.
trick shot action. Almost.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh, Malcolm. I 100% remember the cupcake. Totally. Okay, so Malcolm was part of the group of bowlers that asked me, can we cupcake Randy in the face?
I remember that.
And
another couple that were involved in that were friends of mine from northern Idaho.
Okay, yeah.
They've aged out of juniors now.
Yeah.
But Blake and Luke.
Yes.
English.
Yes, I do.
Idaho.
I remember Luke English.
I think it was really, I don't know, maybe Malcolm can clarify, but I know Luke was right there with the cupcake.
Oh, totally.
So I don't know whose idea it was.
Yeah, he said he wasn't the wielder of the cupcake, but I was on the pair in that group.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I believe Luke English was the wielder of the cupcake. He
There's
was very proud.
There are videos of this too. I need to dig up. But Malcolm, I will tell you that, and I saw one of the youth bowlers from Idaho yesterday, who I haven't seen him since 2017, and he was here, and I think he aged out that year. Malcolm, we still use photos from that event and many group shots in some of our materials for the SYC. So you never know, you might see yourself in a photo or a video along the.
That was a good shot there on lane 14 by Mac Reese, starting with a 3-bagger along with Colin on this pair. We might have some good games on this pair, Blaine.
I
Dimitri
never
get a double.
doubted it.
Yeah.
All right, I have a bio for Tristan.
Okay.
Tristan is from Mountain Home, Idaho.
Nearby, and he's on lane 14 for the shot.
Yeah, he actually bowls on Mountain Home Air Base. And his favorite pro bowler is Kyle Troop. He met him and bowled with him when Kyle came to visit Mountain Home. And he even was able to throw some of Kyle's personal bowling balls. And he really loves making friends in bowling, and he's bonded and met some of the best friends in bowling, and he just got his driver's license this year.
Nice.
So, pretty cool.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tristan.
And Sabrina Groves. Hello, Sabrina.
Hey, Sabrina.
And she says Mac may be 15. This is his first SYC in the U18 division.
Okay, but does he play pickleball?
We don't know, but I'll tell you what, that jump from U15 to U18 is a big one.
Big jump.
And he's currently, fourth?
Yeah, he's doing
he was
great.
fourth in the pattern. So what's he overall again?
He was fourth. Yeah, fourth. Well, and let's see what it updates after. Because we'll probably get some games in.
Some of the games might not be in yet.
Max fourth. Yeah.
Overall, or was that?
Fourth overall. Oh, wait. Hold on. I
thought you said he was like 8th or 9th.
Oh, you're right. He was 10th overall.
Okay.
But top 10 still.
That's pretty good for your first U18 jumping up from
kidding.
U15. And he's on lane 13 now, going for a 4-bagger to start off game 3.
The jumps are
4
hard.
pin.
U12 to U15 is a hard jump. U15 to U18 is a hard jump. No matter what. I don't care who you are.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just hard. Very rarely do you see kids come out in their first tournament in their new age division and win. And when you do, it's very impressive.
Well, good shot by Mac. Didn't carry the 4 pin, but let's see if we can pick this one up.
He must have bowled on a USA national team too.
Yeah, judging by that shirt, yeah. This should be a spare. Yep, no problem.
Malcolm is asking U18 the final age bracket. It is. A couple years ago, the USVC dropped the youth age group down to U18. So 18 years of age as of August 1st is you become an adult. Now, there is a U20 age division that some tournaments are allowed to offer at the SYC. We just don't have it. It's not possible for us to offer the U20 currently in the way that we're set up. So we've talked about it. We've looked at doing it, but it's a little tricky. And then I'm not sure how many bowlers, U20, some bowlers don't bowl the U20 even at junior gold. They've decided they just want to go on and be adults and move on.
Nice shot there in the right lane by Tristan.
Really nice.
I'm sorry, that was Nathan.
Nathan, yeah.
Tristan is there in the left lane. Well, see, I gave him the nice strike just a few seconds early.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, does that mean I get to do a strike alert?
I think you can.
Strike alert! Blake and Adam, who are here today. I was talking to Terry Simpson last night. We went to dinner, and Terry told me that throughout the tournament, youth bowlers have stopped by the pro shop in between games for a little puppy therapy.
Yeah.
And parents come in for puppy therapy.
That's great.
And it makes me
Nice
think.
shot there by Dimitri for a 3-bagger.
Really nice.
This
Dimitri.
group in front of us, the three on the right side of the scoring unit there, they're having some good games. They all have 3-baggers.
Yeah. I don't want to jinx them, but they're all clean too.
Yep.
Just jinxed them. Sorry, guys.
Colin, carry that
Oh,
4-pin.
let's go.
Yeah.
Good job, Colin. Malcolm Jacobson was part of the group that he qualified for junior gold, and then it was canceled and it aged out. That was a rough. That was the COVID year.
That's a rough one.
That was. All right, Mac Reese. I'm sure Sabrina is cheering him on.
Yeah, we are too.
Yeah.
So back on the strike train here.
I'm keeping Blake and Adam up for luck.
Good.
And it's off. And I jinxed him.
Oh,
He can pick this up, though.
Dylan.
Now, I know that's not what we learned in the seminar. We were supposed to go for count on this.
Well,
I would go for this.
yeah, I would go for this too, I think.
Because either way, I'm probably going to get one because the baby split is my nemesis.
I have a feeling Mac's going to pick this up, actually.
Okay, let's see it.
Yeah, you
Let's
shoot-
go, Mac.
Even though there's the pins on the left, you shoot this like a baby split, and hopefully that lead pin, the 3-pin, goes into the 4, into the 7.
In theory. But I believe Mac can do it, too.
I think so too. This has got a chance. Oh, that was
man.
close.
Good try, Mac.
Oh.
Really good. All right. There's a question from Malcolm again. Is Bud Sicard bowling? Bud is bowling.
He is, and he's actually on 11 and 12.
Yeah, you get to see him.
He is starting out this game 3 on the long pattern with a double.
And his brother, Noah, is back too. Noah left bowling for a couple years, and he's back bowling again.
Can you look up, do they have the standings updated? What did Bud Sicard bowl the first 2 games today?
I sure can look that up for you. Although my battery is draining faster. I think there's something wrong with my iPad, so I'm going to have to plug it in. U18 boys, the long. I'm looking on the long only, right?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. Bud Sicard has gone 227, 178.
Okay, so he's due for a good game. He'll come back
Yeah.
off that 170. Dimitri up on the left lane, working on 3 in a row. Let's make it 4.
I sounded really cool in the booth yesterday when Zach was in here, and I called it the Pac Northwest. He looked at me and he's like, "How do you know that term?" I go, "Zach, I know things." I'm gonna plug in my iPad really quick so that I can continue to give score updates. So pay no attention to the girl reaching
And
across
nice
the
shot
table.
there by Colin. Those guys are still killing it on this pair. On the right lane, great shot for Devin after a rough start. Good strike there in the 6th. So Mac Reese up on lane 13, coming off an open. Let's see, back striking. Then after his shot, we'll see Bud Sicard there on lane 12.
I was joking yesterday about this is totally a joke because I really love the Sicard family, and I love Bud, and I love Gretchen, and I love just everyone
A little high for Bud there.
in that family. But Bud used to look so much taller than everyone in his division, and now that he's in the U18, he fits in.
He's still tall.
He is still tall. I think he's still growing too. I mean, but people would always argue with us. There's no way he could be U15, and we're like,
Right.
he's U15.
All right, good pick up there by Nathan on the right lane of that 610. Let's see if Mac can pick up the 2-5. 2-5 can be a little bit tricky sometimes. Easy to chop. Hopefully he doesn't. Excellent pickup there.
He doesn't chop it. What are you talking about over there? Uh-oh. I jinxed Bud.
All right, Dimitri on the right lane. Starting off this game, strike spare 4-bagger. Let's see if we can keep the strikes going and get 5 in a row. It's going to be pretty close. Ring 10. Good shots this game, though. Everything right in the pocket. 4 strikes or 5 strikes, 2 ring 10s. Nice shot there by Tristan on the left lane.
I love it.
On lane 15, we have a birthday boy.
We do?
Landon.
Oh, yeah, Landon. Here's the cool thing about Landon, and I didn't know this until actually Saturday when he was bowling. Landon has started working in Wayne's World Pro Shop at Westy's Garden Lanes, and on Friday, he was actually in the shop working, like laying out balls and helping to drill and learning. And they actually made him go out. Your seminar started, and it was pretty busy. And they're like, Landon, no, we got this. Go watch the seminar. You need to continue learning as much as you can. So they sent him out of the shop, but it was hard to get him out. He's a hard worker.
Colin threw a great strike on lane 14 for continuing his good game. Mac Reese up again on lane 14. Bud Sicard came back with a strike on lane 11 for those Bud Sicard fans.
Who's not a Bud Sicard?
I don't know.
I don't know anyone that's not.
Carry that. Yeah. There you go, Mac. Back on the striking.
Nathan, pretty good shot, and we strike.
It was. Nice
good
strike
job,
by
Nathan. It's a cool jersey, too.
Yep.
I think that's one of the Idaho jerseys. I see some Zens today. Would the Zen be a good ball on this pattern? Apparently it is.
Depends on the bowler.
Yeah.
If it's striking, it's a good ball on the pattern.
Yeah. Good answer. Good answer, Coach Jazz.
Dimitri up on the left lane here, lane 13. Coming off of ring 10. Carries that light hit. Excellent. Some good games going here, Blair. And over on lane 15, 16, we're going to keep an eye on this, but Aiden, who's also a birthday boy today with his brother, has a front 5.
Let's go, Aiden. Aiden's leading the tournament, too.
He is.
That would be huge. Hometown.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, home state. I think he's.
Well,
Emmett's a little far
can you
away.
imagine the roar if he wins?
Oh, my Lord.
He's definitely had the biggest applause.
It'll be awesome.
Highest on the applause
I
meter
can't wait.
during medal rounds.
Yeah. The other cool thing is, just like we've talked about so many of these youth bowlers, is they're just
Nice.
great young men.
Yeah.
So we embarrassed Aiden and Landon before the block
Singing
today.
Happy birthday.
We made them come out and stand in the middle of the bowling center and sing happy birthday to them. And Aiden cut us off. He's like, that's enough. And we're like, okay, fine.
We should have little birthday hats if they didn't wear them. That would have really put
Maybe
them
we
over
could
the
do
edge.
like birthday buttons or something. Like I bowled on my birthday at the SYC. See, don't keep telling me things. I'm gonna keep spending
All
money.
right, Mac Reese looking to double here on lane 13. Looks like a ball change for him. Oh, ring 10 after a great shot.
I think it was because he looked up to see what
Yeah.
the thoughts were. But I liked that he did something that we try to remind bowlers on Fridays during the seminars. He watched the ball all the way until it hit the pins, and then he turned around. So that
on
is
lane 15, we have Aiden on the front 5. Can he have the front 6? Oh.
You jinxed him.
I think you did by not pulling up Blake and Adams' strike alert.
No, I was waiting.
All right, nice spare, Mac.
Mac has a spare tire. Do you see that going down the lane?
Yes.
That is a
And we're talking about the
very
bowling ball, not a stomach, right?
yeah, exactly. That is a very limited edition ball that he has. Pretty cool.
Dimitri with a light hit carry in. He can punch out the 10th for 259.
Oh, Aiden. Aiden didn't get count on
Nope.
that either. He
Right.
did not listen.
Another good shot there on the left lane by Tristan. He just needs to find that right lane. Oh, great shot by Colin on the right lane, ring 10.
You
Still
know-
having a great game. He can still punch out for 250 as well.
So, Aiden Piet, who just had 5 in a row, right?
Yep.
So his first 2 games today have been 228, 209.
Okay.
So he's doing very well.
Yep.
Nihal,
He shot 269 the first game.
and then he went 234.
Wow, that's a great 500 for the first 2. That's a
Yep.
pretty darn good start.
Manny shot 276 and went 209 his second
Okay.
game. Luke Brown, 248, 225.
Excellent.
Joshua Abagania, 223, 236.
Nice.
So there's some scores. You're
Yeah,
right. There
yeah.
definitely are some scores. I'll give some updates from the girls. Let's see what the U18 girls are doing this round. All right. So Sapphire Nofuente is currently leading after 211, 207. But Caitlin Abagania went 225, 179. Those are the 2 racing for first.
Yep.
Kinsey Temple shot 176, 220, and then Mary Beth Baker 204, 181.
Okay.
So those are pretty good scores for the girls as well. Long patterns can be a little more challenging for girls,
Right.
just based on,
Right.
yeah, exactly. In the U15 boys, Henry Hind is starting his day with 211, 229. Brady McDonough, 221, 213. Great stuff. Great stuff coming from the SYC.
Oh. Close on that crease. Just slid by that 10 pin.
Bummer. Got a shout out for Colin. Thanks for watching.
Yep. And Colin will be up soon, and he's having a great game this game. We'll see Tristan on the right lane here. He's working on a strike in the 9th. He has struck on that left lane every shot, the last 4 shots, but has not found the pocket for strikes on the right lane. Dimitri on lane 13. Working on a great game. He's on a double. Let's see if we can get the first one of the 10th. Excellent.
Nice shot.
Great shot.
I do have a bio for Colin. I don't think I've read it. He's from Pleasant Grove, Utah. He
Nice.
bowls at Jack and Jill's American Fork.
Great shot by Tristan. There's a strike on the right lane for you.
Colin Richards' bio is making me laugh. Tell us something cool about yourself. I bowl, and I work at a bowling alley. And his favorite bowling achievement is bowling 300. I think he loves to bowl.
Yeah. Nice carry there by Dimitri. He's going to be in the 250s this game. Okay, 7 pin, 258. Pretty good game there. Actually, a great game there. And now we have Colin on the left lane. He can also have a great game. He still can reach 257 if he strikes out.
Unbelievable. It's a great game.
A little high. If we can pick this up, still be in the 240s.
Nice spare. Nice spare by Colin. No pressure. Nothing. Doesn't feel it. That was a little left off the hand for Devin, but
All right. Let's go ball 245 to Colin.
Fantastic game. And his fans are here. Go, Colin, go. So Mac is on an open. Is that another ball change for him? Looks like he might be grabbing a different ball or back to the same ball he was throwing.
That is a ball change for him.
Good shot.
Yep. And it worked.
Good ball change.
Yeah.
Now that's brave in the 10th.
And hello, Joyce Myers.
Hi, Joyce. I don't know you, but hello.
I know her. You know who she is? She's my aunt.
Oh, that's fun. Hi, Aunt Joyce. Thanks for watching this morning. Hopefully you're enjoying some of the youth bowlers.
See if Matt can double here. On the 10th.
It's a big double for him.
Yep.
Still got 2-0 on the board.
A little wide. Nope. Still pick the spare for 190. Not a bad game, so to speak.
Not at all. Take it.
Yep.
Take it and run.
Exactly. So a quick update on Aiden. He had the front 5, and he's kind of lost the pocket a little bit. He's on lane 16 away on the right there. He left the super washout. Still having a good game, but he's a little disappointed after starting with the front 5.
Yeah.
Oh, will it fall? Yeah.
He picks up that 5 count.
You can hear the fan support. Awesome. That's funny. Good spare by Mac. 190 for game 3 for Mac Reese.
Very nice. Very nice. Man, so the way the pairs are crossing today, we're never gonna get a break. There's always bowlers bowling right now. I'm eating a piece of bagel though.
I know, and I'm kind of jealous because I saw those bagels, but I didn't want to be late to come to the booth, so I didn't get one. I do have coffee though, and I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee.
Well, we are gonna have to take a break. So what I'm gonna do is pause the stream first. Well, not pause. I'm just gonna remove us.
Right.
So you'll still watch the bowling that's happening on the other pairs, but we'll be right back because I think we need to find. Got 2 games left.
Let's wait till lane 15 finishes
Okay.
up here. We
We
have
can stick
Riley on
around.
a 3-bagger. He's up right now.
We almost can have a Blake and Adam strike. Oh, come on.
All right. One more. Yeah.
That is the most epic Blake and Adam strike alert there has been all weekend.
Yeah.
And
See,
that-
we need to bark it on that now.
Yeah,
Get on
Blake
that, Blair.
would be barking right now for
Yeah.
Riley. Good job. Good job, Riley.
That was a great strike for a 4-bagger.
Yeah. Oh, Stephanie Alexander has joined us. Hello, Stephanie. I hope PBA Junior is going great for you this weekend. Speaking of PBA Junior, Sunday at the SYC is the Never Give Up Scholarship.
Yeah.
So the leader of each division on the long pattern will earn the PBA Junior Never Give Up Scholarship. And you know what, Jazz? Our bowlers are here. So
That's all right.
Are you good staying, or do you want? Because I can.
I'm gonna let somebody else come in the booth for a game. I'll come back for the final game. How about that?
That works for me.
Okay.
All right, so we are gonna just quickly take a break.
Yep. Riley's going to spare this. So we'll finish with 223 there on lane 15, and we'll be back.
Yes, we will be right back.
Okay.
All right, and we are back. You guys have been here, but we're back. And we have a new set of bowlers. And I'm joined by our regional sales manager, Zach Trevino, who, by the way, played a whole show with his band last night. How'd that go,
Yeah.
Zach?
It's good. It's a good time. I'm moving slow this morning.
Yeah, well,
It's like going to war. I'm just sore. And, yeah. It's
pretty
okay.
good. You're
It's
a
all
pretty
right.
good guitarist, I gotta say.
Thank you very much. Yeah. It's a good time. The place was pretty close actually to the bowl, just across the street. So I had some folks, some bowlers that were out, came out and jammed out last night. So it was cool. I think I got to bed at 3.
Yeah,
So I got
that's
my
not late.
5 hours in.
Very nice.
6 is the magic number, by the way, for anybody at home.
6?
Well, sleeping in 90-minute increments. That's the key.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you wake up and it's like, you just feel miserable.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like I slept for 8 hours or whatever.
Yeah.
90-minute increments. That's the way to go.
Oh, there you go.
Because it's like a full sleep cycle for most folks.
There you have it.
It's
90
not-
minutes.
We're not, don't blame me if that doesn't work, but I'm
Like-
not liable for poor sleep. It just works for me.
You might have like an actual sleep expert chime in with the.
Yeah, probably. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, somebody please chime in. I learned that in like a psychology class in college. So
All right. Well, the bowlers we're watching are Andrew Love, Nicholas Elmore, Jackson Hansen. Is that right? Yeah, Jackson Hansen, and then Dex Vidmer.
Vidmar.
Oh wait, you know what? We are. No, we're not watching Jackson.
Yeah,
Hansen.
Jackson unfortunately withdrew.
We're watching Jackson Solis. There's 2 Jacksons. That's what threw me off.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So Jackson Solis, Dax Vidmore,
Yeah.
and then William Hartman. That's what we got. And we're watching him, and I like this jersey that Andrew has. It's a cool one. Space themed kind of, or
Yeah, you got
sky.
some, yeah, it's some clouds. You got a little moon action in the back.
It's cool.
That is pretty. It's very ethereal.
He had a cool jersey yesterday. It was like a dream catcher. Apparently, I need to talk to Andrew about my jerseys because I love all of his jerseys.
He's got some style.
Yeah. Very
That
nice.
is pretty cool.
Right? Isn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah. I am bowling
Absolutely.
jersey, so pretty nice. So what have you seen so far? Have you watched any
Ooh,
bowling?
sorry, I'm blinded by.
The lettering?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Danny's jersey's cool too.
Well, yeah. I was distracted. It was like when the fish see like the shimmer of the light and they just draw onto it. I was just sucked to the back.
You're comparing yourself to a fish now.
Yeah, that's I told you I'm tired. So what was the question?
Have you watched any bowling?
Oh yes.
What do you think?
Yeah. The long patterns here because there's a little less volume.
Sure.
I think it's going to be really key, especially for the two-handers. You see some of the higher rev players. There were some big scores early. I think 270, 260, like game 1 out of the gate. But now it's going to be about managing the strength of the shells and continuing to stay ahead of the move, because even though the pattern's long and 45 feet and a lot you can kind of be pretty direct and just keep it kind of in front of the 3-pin. That break point is not really going to get too far right. But as they transition, the ball's going to want to start hooking sooner. And the key is that you can't move left and then increase your launch angles. So you can't move really left and try to throw it to that spot, because then unless you're perfect, it's still 45 feet. So you'll just throw one out the window. So
Totally.
it's where it's the situation where the players are going up the lane and the ball wants to hook a little soon. But then if they make a regular, like say a 2-and-1 or a 3-and-1, you have to continue to bring the break point in. So those that can stay ahead of that, I think, are going to be the ones that are going to continue to score pretty well.
I like your theory. I agree with it.
It sounds good on paper.
It does. You sounded really smart just now.
Yeah, I try.
I'm gonna see if we have any bios for some of these kids. Let's see. Jackson Solis does have a bio. He just bowled. He is 15 years old. He's from Middletown, Idaho. He bowls at Nampa.
Middleton?
Okay, I'm sorry. Middleton, Idaho. Bowls at Nampa Bowl. Did I say Nampa right?
You did say Tampa, right?
Nailed
it's like
it.
Tampa with an N.
Nampa. This is his first SYC. His favorite pro bowler, get this, is my cousin Tony Reyes.
Oh, very cool.
How
I did not
awesome is
know
that? I didn't know
Yeah.
that either. But wow, what a great bowler Tony was,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
great person.
Mhm.
So pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool.
He enjoys most about what do you enjoy most about bowling? He loves the satisfaction of strikes. And his favorite bowling achievement, and I love this answer, is he's improved every year.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It is. That's
Yeah.
more of a kind of a big picture response there. You don't see usually kids will think of accolades or
Right.
a specific score or something like that. But that's
Really mature answer.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's see if he can pipe one here on 14.
Why not? Let's do it.
Maybe a little emerald action or Wolverine.
It
Out the
look-
window touch.
It does look Emmy or looks like an Emmy.
Think so?
I think so. That's my guess. But it could be a
I'm
Wolverine.
gonna go Wolverine.
All right.
Yep,
Oh.
I think it's an emerald.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Yeah,
William,
I just saw a Storm logo. Saw
Wi-
the bolt.
William Hartman is from Boise, Idaho. You see him up on lane 13. This is his home bowling center.
Yep.
Westy's
Yep,
right
bowls
here.
here.
Yep. Favorite pro bowlers, Kyle True. He loves that you can get a steady rate of progress in bowling and that you can see constantly as you get better, which another mature answer. What the
Yeah,
heck are
they
these
might have
kids?
teamed up. They might have teamed up on that one.
Oh my gosh, this is unbelievable.
Yeah, no, William was one of the ones who took advantage of the awesome Nova special
Yeah.
that the bowlers get with the SYC entries. He was in the shop yesterday
Drilling it up.
getting his Nova punched. Yep.
Nice. He's also a symphonic and jazz trombonist.
I did not know that.
There you go.
I'm all for musicians.
Yeah.
The creative type. That's
Uh,
pretty cool.
we always give the bowlers options to shout out to anyone at home, and he wants to shout out his dad and grandpa for waking up early every Saturday to watch him bowl.
Yep.
Always important to remember that.
There's such a tie there with Saturday mornings and
Yes.
youth bowling. There are
Yeah.
certain programs that, especially like smaller centers, where sometimes you'll see youth bowling after schools,
Mm-hmm.
like during the week.
But,
but-
most are
but-
Saturday.
There's something it was always like that.
I agree.
Yep.
I always was slightly annoyed as a kid because the best cartoons were on Saturday mornings.
I wasn't a cartoon kid.
I was a cartoon
I
kid.
feel like that's probably not a surprise to anybody that knows me.
Yeah. I definitely enjoyed some good old cartoons.
I watch more cartoons now that I'm an adult than like adult cartoons.
I don't know what that says about you.
I think the only cartoon I ever remember watching was Rocket Power.
That was a good cartoon.
Yeah.
That was
yeah.
a good one. I loved that one. We talked about Jackson, right? I don't think I
Yep.
have a bio for. I'm looking up Dax. I don't have one for Dax. Andrew Love, I do have a bio for. So
But the
when
only
he
thing-
comes up.
But the only thing I know about Dax is that I bowl league with his dad, Jerry.
Oh, cool.
Jerry, they bowl here, so
Yeah. That's fun. So maybe another local bowler.
yep.
Well,
Yeah, totally.
is another local bowler.
Yep.
Andrew Love is from, you might have to help me, Lewiston, Idaho?
Yep.
Lewiston.
That was
okay.
good.
Yes.
You didn't
Nailed
say
it.
Lewistown.
I did.
There's no W.
I added it. I saw the O-N.
Yep.
His home bowling center, Orchards Lanes. He doesn't have a favorite pro bowler, though. No favorite. Not picking favorites.
No.
Why
I think
not?
you just appreciate the craft.
Yeah.
Likes them all.
He's bowled a Sanction 300. He plans on going to college for auto body repair.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
It's a great trade. I'm a little partial to that. My brother owns a business that does a lot of
Absolutely.
auto customization, so there's a lot of demand right now. People like clean lines and smooth panels, and if you can fix some stuff like that, it really helps.
People like their cars.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we've done several matchmakers with Ryan up at Orchard, and Andrew's always there trying out quite a bit of stuff. He's a familiar face.
So, Zach, I'm going to ask the most frequently asked question that I receive on social media.
Okay.
How do you set up a matchmaker?
So there's a couple ways. We do get that question quite a bit, though. One of the biggest things, honestly, and this is in talking to the consumers, right, to the bowlers, is lean on your pro shop operator for sure, or your bowling center. So we do. I have a few events that we'll do with, like, for example, like a have a ball league, or even centers that don't necessarily have a shop, or they have a small shop or something like that. Definitely lean on them. The pro shop operators will easily be able to get in touch with us. You can reach out directly to Storm, and they will forward your information to the corresponding regional sales rep. So we're always looking to have new events, and a lot of us kind of have our routes, and we cover quite a bit of ground. So there's certain areas where we're in at like certain times of the year, for example.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that we can't add something in, and definitely get it on the radar of your pro shop operator. That's one of the easiest things to do. But you can reach out directly to the office as well.
Yeah, I always tell people, like, if you want a matchmaker, letting the pro shop know that you want it is a great way to do it, because then the pro shop's more likely to want to do it because they know that their bowlers want it, right?
Yeah, totally.
So it's a good combo. But I know all of the regional sales managers that travel across the country, I've heard from everybody, their schedules are packed this year with matchmakers. Everybody wants a matchmaker, and there's only so many weekends in a year.
Yeah, and that's the hard thing too. Also, bonus points if you can have a matchmaker on a weekday.
Yeah.
Because you nailed it. There's just only so many Saturdays.
Right.
I've done some cool ones, and it varies. It depends on the center, the lane availability. I'm telling you, it's a rough morning.
I can't believe you said yes so quickly when I asked you to jump in the booth. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Fulfilling my duties. I could ramble.
Keep going.
Coordinating the events, sometimes we've had some really good ones, like before and after league, for example.
Yeah.
So on a weekday, you come through and do something late afternoon where it's going to be before league, but folks are off work and they can swing by. That's what we do. Actually, ironic, I was mentioning one with doing one in Lewiston that Andrew attends quite a bit. That's what we do. We start at kind of mid-afternoon and run it into league. If it's a center or a scenario where the league doesn't take up the full house, then it's great because you can get league bowlers that'll come through, and we can kind of do it like that. I've done it before in smaller centers too, where with leagues that are full, and we'll do a couple hours before, kind of hang around a little bit, answer some questions and just talk with the bowlers. And then if folks want to hang around after, sometimes we can hang around for a little bit. Nothing too late, but that's always been pretty successful as well.
They used to do that at a couple centers in Columbus too.
Yep.
We would, because you couldn't always get Saturdays, and then the other thing you run into with Saturdays sometimes is, Ohio State football.
Sure. The
So-
Ohio State?
The Ohio
The
State.
Ohio State
The
University.
Ohio State. We're getting close, people. I'm telling you, football season is on my radar. But anyway, they used to do them, and I think because you hear that and you're like, wait, how can you do a matchmaker during a league?
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, usually there's a couple pairs in the house that may be not used on certain league nights. And then they're also USBC sanctioned, and there's no weight holes in any of the matchmakers.
Mm-hmm.
So they can test them out in league.
Yeah. I've done. We had an interesting scenario. One of the first matchmakers I think I did, probably one of the first year that I took the territory over. I was in Oregon at 10 down lanes, which is Brian Smith's center.
Sure.
So Brian Smith owns that in it's like Central Oregon.
Yep.
And their center set up. It's kind of a split house, and so there's a different section, a different side of the house that we use for the matchmaker, while league bowls in the larger section. And we encourage folks to go out and throw them. And we had I think somebody shot either 298 or 299 with a matchmaker ball.
That's awesome.
I think so.
That's
Pretty sure
great.
it was, yeah.
You hear those stories every once in a while, even when scores are just turned on in the center,
Mhm.
like 300s during matchmakers. And
It was a Crux Prime. I
That's
remember
awesome.
now. Yeah.
that ball, there were so many honor scores with
Mm-hmm.
that ball when it first came out. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, this has got to be a record. It was like the first 2 weeks, and we had like 15 honor scores or something.
Yeah, I think the only thing that's been close in terms of like boom that I've seen recently was Helios.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh totally.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
And two 900s. And
That obviously still takes the cake, but yeah, it was almost like if you bowled 300 with Helios, you're like, okay, get in line. Like, not that it's not a big deal, but I mean, there was there were some scores shot with that ball.
yeah. It's fun.
Oh yeah, totally.
I haven't shot a score in a long time. Sad.
Me either.
These kids, I read their bios and they're shooting 300s, and I'm like, man, I'm jealous.
I was one of those kids too. I had 300 like pretty young,
Yeah.
and then didn't have it for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't have an honor score,
It took me a minute. My first one was 19.
I had a state record for all of a little while until some kid named Simonson came along.
Oh,
He's pretty good.
he's okay. like, I think he's already eligible for the Hall of Fame, isn't he?
I think so.
Like, or he's like one title away or something.
Yeah.
Like it's something stupid. Like, yeah, he's all right.
Yeah, his major record is pretty dang good.
Yeah.
That's the other thing too. He's winning the big ones.
Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty incredible.
Speaking of the tour and stuff like that, it was great. We had the tour finals that were up in
Washington.
just north of Seattle.
Dustin and Russell.
Yep. Yeah, your buddy Dustin.
I love Dustin.
He's awesome. They just had a regional there as well.
It's so
At Angel of the Winds. It was excellent. Very eventful. Had 2 300s on that show. Both Kyle Troop and Belmo, both 300. Obviously, Belmo got the win. It was great. The crowd there was awesome. It was cool to have an event of that scale in the Northwest.
It was kind of like a Maine in the Northwest, kind of.
Yeah.
Like it
Well,
felt like that atmosphere a
Yep.
little bit. Not as, you can't ever replicate Maine.
Yeah.
But that was pretty close.
Yeah, and that was something that was discussed. I was talking with Tom Clark a little bit, and it was the first time going out there, and it's a big event for. Obviously, it's a prestigious event, but also kind of first time the national tour being out there, and so it's a little bit of a gamble.
Yeah.
Honestly, just from a logistics standpoint, it's not a slight towards anybody there at Angel of the Winds or anybody with a PBA. It's a challenge to take on, and you have some centers that logistically you can handle the events and have a really good track record. So for them to bring in a new center for that. Was impressive, and it went really well. Tom was thrilled when I was chatting with him. So
Yeah.
hopefully we'll have more out there.
Be awesome.
Yeah, totally.
All right.
We got to get SYC up there.
That would be so.
Not at the casino, but
Well,
but in the
go to
SeaTac
South
area.
Point. I mean,
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's so the tricky part of the Northwest, and like we've talked about this so much. We do try to take the SYCs across the country, and Leanne does a really great job with the schedule and trying to make sure that every part is covered, or as much as we can. But the tricky part of the Northwest is the centers are kind of smaller.
Yep.
And so unless we figure out a way to do kind of multi-centers, which we haven't quite navigated that. I mean, we do that in Myrtle Beach, but we haven't done one. Yeah. So for anyone that's in the Pac Northwest, listen, we've definitely talked about it. And the families ask all the time. They want one up there. We just have not quite figured out how to get it up there yet. So hang in there. We're trying. Just the SYC. Anyone that tries to sign up for an SYC, they know. I mean, we have an SYC going on sale tomorrow. Actually, the entry is open for the Coastal Classic, which is a pretty popular SYC. It takes place in Myrtle Beach. That's actually at 2 centers. So it's a different format. So you bowl, instead of here, you're bowling 15 games in 1 center. In Myrtle Beach, you'll bowl 10 games on Saturday in 2 different centers.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Is that right?
Don't ask me. It's your tournament.
Yeah, 10 games in 2 different centers.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, and then we'll cut each division to the top half. And so on Sunday, that only half of each division comes back to one of the centers.
Gotcha.
And so that's how we kind of navigate, because kids are in school, so he really can't take 3 days.
Good point.
Yeah, so anyway. All right, we are wrapping up on our featured pair, 13 and 14, game number 4. Dax has a 172, Andrew has a 181, Nicholas shot 158, and Mr. Jackson can go out for 180. And we did. Good job, Jackson.
High flush.
Yeah, works. We look perfect. William had a little bit of a struggle this game, but it's PBA Junior Day, so you never give up.
That's right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We chatted about that yesterday. It's a really cool incentive.
Yeah. So, Zach, I have good news for you, because I think
Yeah.
Coach Jazz is ready to come back in the booth for the last game, which means you get to go and get some scores.
I thought you were going to say get some sleep. Dang it.
Not yet. You got
me all
one more
excited.
game, and then you get sleep.
Now this makes sense why the headset was so hot. It's because I was following Jazz,
Yes.
and Jazz is a little older than me. He also can't hear me right now.
Oh, Man, Zach. All right, we're going to take a tiny, tiny break, and we're going to do a little seat exchange, and then we'll be back.
Awesome.
Guys, we are back. And I'm here in the booth with Liz Johnson again. Awesome.
Hi, Mike.
How are you, Liz, today?
I'm doing all right.
Good.
You know, watching some good bowling.
Yeah.
A lot of good youth bowlers.
Lots of good used bowlers here.
Yeah.
We got on 13 and 14. We're just starting this last game. They're in game 5 on this pair, I believe.
Yes, because some are still bowling game 4. I
Yeah,
believe.
the pairs to the right and left of this pair are on game 4. And on this feature pair, let's see who we have here. I can pull this up.
Kinsey, Audrey, Ashton, Catherine,
Kinsey
Adele.
Temple, Audrey Hansen, Ashton Shane, Catherine Perez, Del Morales Brown, and Lillian. I'm going to remember the last name, so I'll just say Lillian.
And Audrey is the two-handed.
Ah, interesting.
Yes.
Nice.
She's got a spare. Spare in the first frame.
So, Liz, you just showed me a cool gift you got this week.
Yes.
And it's a towel,
It is a towel, yeah.
and it has a picture of you and Blake. And what does the towel say?
I got beat by a dog. It's a really cute picture. Picture of Blake, and he has his stamp of approval, his paw signature,
So awesome.
and yeah.
So imagine that
put it-
Hall
I
of Famer Liz Johnson has a towel that says, "I got beat by a dog."
Yeah.
So for
I
anybody,
had him sign it too. You know, he's got his
Awesome.
paw print on the towel. I put that on my my social media story. So
that's awesome. So for anybody who didn't see it, you can go back on the Storm Facebook page from Friday. You'll see a match between two dogs, and then a match between the winner of that match, which was Blake, against Hall of Famer Liz Johnson. They had a 9th and 10th frame roll-off. Pretty fun to watch.
yeah, that was cute. My first time throwing on a ramp.
Yeah. And
Harder than it looks.
in your defense, we did not even give you a practice shot, and the
No.
dogs did have a practice shot.
Yeah.
They had the game under
Yeah.
their collars already.
Yes, and I feel like they have a little experience with that, and
Yes.
the angles of how the ball's going down the lane. So, never done that before. That's all right. They're good sports.
Yeah.
I feel like I was trying to be a good sport. So,
And you were.
yes. Thank you.
Well, that looks like a good shot on lane 14 right there by Kenzie.
Good double by Kenzie.
Yeah, nice way to start that final game. On the left pair, we have some powerhouse bowlers on that left pair of Sapphire. We've got Caitlin. We have Nihal, who's been having a great round today. Nice pickup by Adele. Here we have on the left lane our lefty two-hander. That one got a little bit wide. And on this long pattern, you just can't be that open with your angles.
Yeah, the angles probably have to be closed down just a little bit more.
Yep.
And it's not a lot of games. It's 5 games, which maybe for some is a lot. Some maybe not as much.
Yep. So it's going to be pretty close there, too.
Oh,
Trip 4? No,
that
not
was
quite.
close. That was close.
That's a much better shot there. And sometimes stuff happens on the first ball. You shake it off, you come back strong. She threw that first shot in the ditch, came back with a nice spare.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Got to get that mindset of the second ball is the first ball. Or the first ball is the second ball. My bad.
And just one shot at a time, no matter what happened before. You can't control what happened before. You can't change it, and you can't control what's going to happen that hasn't happened yet.
So stay in the moment.
Yep. Nice shot there by Ashton on the right lane to open up with a double.
Now, Mike, when you coach, do you ever have any advice for the guys that are bowling, like after, like you give a lesson, and then you maybe give them 1 or 2 or even 3 things to think about? Do you have them just think about that when they're bowling, or
usually
try not to?
Yeah, it depends on the bowler and their ability, but during an actual lesson, I may work on 2 or 3 things that I want them to work on over the next few months.
Right.
But I always stress, let's say we have, this much we work on a lesson. Short term, when you bowl for score, you take maybe 10% of that.
Mm-hmm.
You take something, you pick a small battle that you're relatively sure you can win.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to bite off more than you can chew, because you always got to spit it out, right?
Right. Right. Exactly.
You know, and if you try to do too much at once, it can be a little bit overwhelming for your mind
Right.
and your body, and it doesn't usually work out well.
Right.
So with bowling for score, you might have to back off just a hair and keep things nice and simple.
Yes.
Okay. You have a nice simple game, and you like to keep your thoughts simple.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so all of you out there that have nice simple games, you should not have complicated thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Complicated thoughts don't match simple games.
Right. It's like you're worrying about your push away. You weren't worrying, as
Right.
I am, worrying about a couple different things. You know, your follow through, your push away, your angles, as we were just probably talking about your angles,
Right.
that your shoulders, and a lot of little things to think about, and you can't like pick apart everything.
Yeah. Here's a question for you, Liz. From the time people start their motion of the approach to the time they finish at the foul line, how long do you think that takes?
A couple seconds.
It's less than
Literally.
3 seconds.
Literally a couple seconds, right?
Yep, usually between 2.5 to 3 seconds. So you can imagine, if you're trying to think 4 things, you're just bad at math. So you want to keep more singular focus, will always be more beneficial.
Yeah, makes very good sense.
Yep. Okay, back to the bowling. Nice shot there in
Good
lane
shot.
14 and gets that 7 pin to fall. Excellent. Lots of fan
Nice
support.
little baby split pickup by Ashton.
Yeah. Well, look at that jersey on lane 15, all those skulls. I know you don't like the scary stuff.
That one's not scary.
Okay.
I think it was the clowns.
Yeah, that jersey we had on before when Blair was on, that jersey was
Yeah.
kind of freaking her out a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, great shot on lane 12
Oh,
by
good shot.
Idaho, and
The
good
low
shot
ring
on
10.
lane
Yeah.
14 and ring 10. We've seen better scores on this pattern. As we suspected, as we started the weekend, the short pattern was going to play the toughest, and it did. Good. Yep. I think there might have to be a rematch between Blake and Liz. We've already talked about that the next time we come back here.
I'll be
Liz wants
back.
revenge.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't
Well-
say revenge because that has a negative connotation to it, but she wants a rematch.
Well, I tried to like make friends with Blake while we were bowling. He just didn't want to even look at me.
I know.
And then after
That
the
was
fact,
so funny.
he wanted me to touch his paw and
Yeah.
pet him, and I'm like, no,
Yeah.
now you want to make good friends. I'm like, nah, they're
Did you explain
they're
that
the
you're a Hall of
sweetest.
Famer?
Yeah, I don't ever say that. they're seriously are the sweetest dogs in the world.
Yeah, they are.
They're so cute.
And I'll tell you, it's so cool to see like when the blocks are done, all the kids in the pro shop loving on the dogs and the
Yeah.
dogs loving on them.
Yeah.
Really fun.
They say that kids, all these kids love bowling. Those dogs love bowling.
They do.
Blake loves bowling.
Yeah,
Blake, you can tell Blake loves to strike too.
he does.
Going back to the other night, Thursday night, when he had his first strike,
He ran it
literally
out.
ran it out. Could say that enough too.
Yeah.
It was so cute.
And those dogs love the kids.
Yes.
I think they really enjoy the attention and they like being there for the kids for support.
Yeah. If we can have dogs like that for support at every
Be
tournament,
great.
that would be awesome.
It would be. And I've seen a couple of the PWBA stuff where there is a dog there. You all get your pictures taken with a dog. I know
Right?
you're a dog lover.
Yeah.
Danielle is a big dog lover.
Yeah. I'm an animal lover. I love.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up with cats. I've had dogs too, and still have one of my cats, and I just love all animals.
Yeah. Kind of hard not to, that unconditional love.
Oh, absolutely.
Have Lillian up on lane 13 and working on a strike. That's online.
Ooh, good shot. No
Ah,
5-pin.
Didn't quite get the 5 out. Nice easy spare. And that's the way you should look at when you leave a single pin. You could be like, darn it, I didn't strike, but at least I left an easy spare.
Yeah.
Don't make it hard in your head before you shoot it.
No. Spares are such key when you're bowling in tournaments like this,
Absolutely.
especially when the scores are a little lower.
Yeah. anytime there's
Anytime.
a tougher shot. But, yeah. Even on easy shots, if you don't pick up your spares, it's hard to make up ground.
You know, strikes are great to see, but
Yep.
spares are where you make or break.
And those are good words of advice. I don't know of any Hall of Famers that are not great spare shooters, including Liz Johnson.
I hate missing spares. I'm not gonna lie. It
It is annoying, isn't it?
hurts my soul more than, you know.
Yeah.
You just don't strike, you don't strike. But if you miss, especially a single pin spare, it's not acceptable.
Right.
In my mind.
Yep. Oh, great
good shot. Good shot.
Nice little action there on the 10 pin.
I like it when they kick out that 10 pin like that.
Yep.
That's a good hit.
Nice pick up there. One thing I've talked about yesterday, I think, on the stream is just loving seeing all the support from between the bowlers for each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you see a lot of camaraderie amongst the players, and you know when they're winning their medals, and you see their friends over, whether they know them or not, and a lot of the cheers and the claps and everything. Just bowlers supporting bowlers, and that's what it's
always about.
Always good to see that.
Yeah. And this SYC series of tournaments, it's a big family, and it really feels like that.
Mm-hmm. Bowling is like one big family.
Absolutely.
Tight-knit group. Tournament bowling, and then you got the Storm community, that's why it's called the Bowlers Company, and it's a big family.
Yep.
Four, 5 spare, McKenzie.
Lots of good spares in front of us here.
Yeah. Those spares are never easy to make.
No, they aren't. Especially in more difficult patterns.
Yes.
Oh, nice shot there by Ashton. Way to go.
Sometimes on the longer patterns, like something like a 2-4-5 is a little easier.
Yeah.
But I tend to find that depending what pattern you're on, some spares are like you can throw it with your eyes closed and you still pick them up. And there's other patterns like I can't pick them up to save my life.
On lane 12, Sapphire working on the strike going into the 10th frame. A little wide. 1-2-4, hope she can cover that. Nice spare there by Audrey. I thought that was going to come back too. Catherine made a pretty good shot. Didn't quite get up to the pocket. Gets that nice action of the 10 on the right lane there for Ashton for a double.
Might need a scoring correction. 6 frame.
I believe they can do that up from the front counter.
Yeah.
There we go. They'll get one of the tournament officials. All right, on lane 12, finishing up her game, Sapphire. And striking the fill ball for 215. Nice game. That's more on line. Trip that
Good
for
finish.
215 for Sapphire. She's been up in the standings all weekend.
224 by Josh.
Yep. And another guy who's been having a great day today, Nihal. He'll be on lane 12 coming up. Started out super strong. He shot over 500 for the first 2 games today. Opening game was 269.
Good shot by Adele.
Yeah. So I do not. This is game 4 on lane 11 and 12. And how about these games for Nehall today? 269, 234, 237.
And that's the fourth
That's
game.
a nice little 740 opener for the
Yeah.
front three. He is 168 in the 8th right now with a spare up in the 9th. Let's see if he can finish out the 10th nice and strong. He is currently on today's pattern 2nd after 3 games. A little high, left to 610. Let's see if he can pick this up and still shoot 2-0 this game. Anybody who wants to see the scores, you can find them on bowlmetrics.com. And then you'll see a bunch of tournaments listed. Click on the SYC Idaho. You'll see all the scoring updates for each pattern and for the whole tournament. This is a 15-game event, 3 5-game blocks, each on a different pattern. Yesterday we had the short and the medium. Today is the long pattern, which is, I believe, 45 feet today.
Yeah, 45 feet, 24.6 mils.
Yep.
Just a little less volume than the first 2 days. A longer pattern.
Wow, great shot by Adele. Solid 7, which is always kind of a bad break, isn't it, Liz?
That's not one of the best breaks of them. No one ever likes to see those.
Nehall finishing up on lane 12.
Well, 2-0.
Yep, we'll shoot 2-0 this game. Let's see what he does on the fill ball.
That was a better shot.
Gets that to carry 206 for Nehall. Great bowling today so far. All 200
That was a
games.
that was a good solid 2-0. That was clean.
Yeah, that was.
If we had Blair here, it would be the clean
Game alert. And rumor has it, it's going to be the Liz Johnson clean game alert because you shoot a lot of clean games.
I've had a few. Just
A
gotta
few
get those-
thousand, by the
Get
way.
a couple strikes in there,
All right. Nice shot there on lane 12 by Caitlin. Now, she's having a bit of a rough game. She's had 3 splits this game. She's made all her spares, but, man, those splits can be tough. No double and 3 splits. But if she gets the second strike and the 10th on lane 12, she'll still be in 160s. Great
Oh, good
pickup
spare.
there. That is not an
Brilliant.
easy spare, that
No.
127. Very nice spare there
Good spare.
for Lillian. So, I just looked up the standings here. Now, we don't have all the scores in for game 4, but right on our feature pair, Lillian looks like she's at the top of the standings. Now, we do have a lot of scores still coming in, but she had a nice 204 the last game. Ooh, nice pickup there
Good
for
spare.
Kinsey. Ashton on lane 13, working on a double. Is that going to come back? Of course it does. 3-bagger for Ashton.
Good shot. Oh, that was a good shot.
That was a good shot. I thought that was going to rip that 5 over there.
Oh,
Oh, nice little pin action there.
yeah. Like a little messenger 4-pin.
Yeah. We'll take it.
Got to hook a little. Oh, good spare.
Excellent.
Good spare by
That's
Kathleen.
not easy once you made it look easy.
Spare.
How about that for Ashton for 4 strikes in a row?
what they call it, the ham bone.
The ham bone. I
Ham
still
bone
call it
on
four
14.
bagger. Four in a
Yeah, I
row.
always called it 4-bagger.
Yeah. Little high, 3, 6, 10. No 9-pin though. So that makes it a little bit easier. Not that that's an easy spare as it is.
No.
Well, I think we're really testing Catherine. Last
get it
frame
from
she
the other
left the 4-5 and she made it, but now she has a 5-6. Let's see if she can double up on that.
Yeah.
That would be impressive. Oh, up right there.
Just left the 10-pin.
This has got a chance. Just a little too much on the back end there. Good attempt.
Oops. Hang on.
All right, we'll take a 9 count on that.
That wasn't a bad leave it. Good 9 count.
Yep.
On
Yep.
that shot. Good spare.
And she picks it up. Nice solid spare. So looks like a good spare too. Excellent. 2, 4, 5 is not easy.
Two 4-5s and 3 6-10s.
Yep. Both easier than the bucket and the 3, 6, 9, 10.
That is true.
Whenever you have that back pin in the sleeper, it makes it a little bit tougher.
And then when the pins are offset, it's even worse.
Some of these longer patterns can be tricky because when you see them all come up, your kind of bowling instinct tells you to move further right.
Mm-hmm.
But in these longer patterns, you got to keep that break point further closer to the pocket.
Right. You got to at least keep it in front of you.
Yeah.
A little more down and in player. You got to move your feet, but keep your eyes the same.
Yeah. Nice pickup. Oh, that's kind of a bad break on that spare. That's a tough one. All right, coming up here on lane 12, we have Manny Farrell, and he's been pretty hot this weekend. He's out of Utah. He opened up today with a 270 game, 276. Ooh, gets a little Brooklyn action. He'll take a trip 6.
Strike's a strike, right?
That
See it up
is.
there and it's gonna
Very true.
make the next one that much better.
Well, looking at the standings real quick here, Manny Farrell, it looks like after 9 games, or I'm sorry, after 3 games today, he's 5th overall. If you look at just the long pattern today. Well, we don't know what Manny shot game 4, but he had a good first 3 games. Manny Farrell opened up 276, 209, 257.
Nice.
That's
Nice
like 760 to open for the first 3. Okay, finishing up the game here on lane 14, Kinsey on the 10th frame. She'll be in the 170s. 175. Ashton on the left lane. He was on 4 in a row, went a little high, left the 6-10, and took care of it.
That's fair.
He's shooting a good game. He's going to shoot 220, 230 maybe this game. That's a pretty strong game, especially with 2 splits.
Yes, it is.
One of them he picked up.
Yeah. He came back with the 4-bagger.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a good
Excellent shot.
Good shot by
Ring
Catherine.
10. It is frustrating when you don't carry on a good shot, but
No.
you know, if you can take your focus off the result more on the process of the shot, you got to be happy you made a nice, good shot.
Absolutely.
Easier said than done in certain circumstances, though, right, Liz?
Yeah, when you're sitting back here, it's like, oh yeah, it's a great job.
Yeah.
And in their mind, it's like, man.
But she did the right thing. She picked it
Yeah,
up.
that was a very good shot. Good spare.
Finishing up there on Audrey, 137 that game. Ashton is up on lane 14 for his 10th frame. Oh, that one came back.
Good shot.
Excellent. Strike there in the first of the 10th. He has 200 in the 9th. So he can
Go up for 230.
Yeah. 2 more strikes, he'll have 230. Catherine finished on that left lane with a 177. That's a little left. And he gets a hold. He's got that
That was right.
ball
in there.
roll working great.
You know when you're in the right spot, you can get it right, you can get it left, and
Yeah.
it's still going to strike.
He's got 220 plus whatever he gets on his fill ball. There's a
Good
nice
shot.
shot. She carries the
Good
10
shot
that
by
time.
Adele.
Yeah. Ashton finishing up his game. There's a third strike. Nice 230 for Ashton. Excellent
Nice
job,
finish,
young
yeah.
man. Always good to finish the tournament with your best game, huh?
Absolutely. It's always great to end on a good note.
Yep,
Something
it
like
is. Makes you want to
Yeah.
come back.
that. Makes you want to bowl 15 more games, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. That sounds like a lot.
Another block. Maybe another block.
Yeah. All right, Adele finishing up her game on the left lane. Should be in the 150s. She pick this one up? Yes,
Good
she
spare,
does.
good spare,
158 for
158.
Adele. Nice shot there on lane 12 by Nick Reese. He's another one of the youth bowlers that had to jump divisions. He went from U15 to U18. That's a big jump. Lillian going to hold on for Brooklyn. Almost. 9 counts okay on that shot, though. On lane 12, just on our left here, is Manny Farrell. He's starting out this game with a double. Let's see if we can make it a 3-bagger to open up the final game. He does. He's a tough bowler.
Nice shot by Manny.
He made the PBA Junior National televised show last year. Nice pick up there by Lillian on lane 13. We have a little high.
Good shout out.
Awesome. Hopefully you saw that, guys. Lillian finish up the game on the left lane.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
I like that fill ball. Right?
Great. That's a
Great
160
finish.
for Lillian. Okay, well, we are done on the feature pair. So I know this pair was a little bit ahead of the other pairs for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But we're going to stay on for just a couple more minutes here. Blair's hanging in the background. She's going to shut our stream down so we can get ready for the award ceremony. So thanks for watching, everybody. We will be back shortly. Blair, when are we coming back?
Come back?
Are we coming back for the awards?
We are not coming back to the awards.
Oh, so we're not coming back for the awards.
Yeah. So when you end, you end.
Okay, so
All right.
we are about to end this stream. So anybody who wants to follow the scores, go to bowlmetrics.com. You can find all the scores there on the SYC Idaho. Thanks everyone for watching this weekend. We appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it. All right, Blair, you can go ahead and shut us down. Are you going to come on for a sec, Blair? Come on, Blair. Put the headset on.
Hi, Jazz.
Hey,
What's going on?
so don't just shut us down without saying goodbye.
Right. That's what I was wondering. I was like, are you guys ending it? All right. So thank you everyone for watching us from Westy's Garden Lanes.
It's been a great weekend.
Yeah, the SYC athletes, if you've watched for 15 games, you know it's a true grind. They're working hard. And we are going to, this concludes the SYC Idaho event. It's just too hard to live stream the awards just
Okay.
because the sound system, we don't have a sound system that goes straight in. So
Okay.
we don't do that, but we'll take lots of pictures and we'll share a story about all the champions. And then we will be back next month from Kansas for
Okay.
the SYC Kansas event. That's in September. So
So be sure to check out the Storm Facebook page for the updates on who won the medals for this round, who won the Never Give Up award, and who won the SYC Idaho event.
amazing. All right. We'll see y'all next time.
Okay.